Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Paul Pogba's agent, Mino Riaola, has suggested Pogba could return to Juventus from Man United on a free transfer next summer. And he said that Turin is still in his heart. Negotiations are in place over a new contract for Pogba. Pogba's current contract expires next summer. Before the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract. Earlier on this season, it said that Paul Pogba is very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer. But I said there's a good chance he'll go back to Juventus if he leaves Man United. Pogba did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. A few weeks ago, Defensa Central said that Pogba favours a switch to Real Madrid over the PSG deal. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with Pogba. A couple of years ago, Pogba spoke about Real Madrid and his relationship with Zinedine Zidane, and he came out and said he's seeking for a new challenge. Earlier on in the season, it said, PSG are pushing to sign Pogba next summer. It actually said Pogba's set to join PSG on a free next summer. And back in August, it said PSG are prepared to offer Pogba £510,000 a week in wages to prize him away from Man United. Couldn't get him in this year's summer transfer into PSG because they got Lionel Messi. Paul Pogba's brother, Matthias Pogba, said earlier on this week that Pogba is yet to decide on his future, and he said his contract situation is up in the air. Pogba has enjoyed a very good start to the season. He's already got 7 assists. He produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while, and he sustained some ankle injuries at Man United. Back in December last year, Mino Riaola made an announcement regarding Pogba. He did say that Pogba's career at Man United was over. He said he was unhappy and he had to leave, and he had no intentions of extending his contract. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. We paid $89 million for him, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. We had Pogba, who is a lot younger, under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Now, earlier on today, I gave you the news on Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek has absolutely no chance of staying at Man United. That's according to Paul Ince. Donny van de Beek came off at half-time in the 2-1 defeat to Young Boys, and I did mention Solskjaer shouldn't have taken Van de Beek off because he was our best player in the first half of that game. Prior to the game against Young Boys, Solskjaer said Donny van de Beek has been working hard to get into the team, and the other week Solskjaer said he's prepared to play Donny van de Beek in a 2-man midfield. Solskjaer hints at a new role for Donny van de Beek this term. The other week, Donny van der Beek told Ole Gunnar Solskjaer his best position. Van der Beek reckons he will be best served operating as a number 6 or as a number 8, and Van der Beek spoke about his future in an exclusive interview with Rio Ferdinand. And Van der Beek's agent did a lot of talking the other week. Solskjaer rejected Van der Beek's exit because Everton were close to signing him on loan. This season is Van der Beek's second full season at Man United. Last season he made 36 appearances in all competitions, but most of them appearances came from the bench. I recall Van der Beek starting just 4 games in the league last season. But I haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United because he hasn't been given enough game time, but in general he's a good player. We got him in a deal worth 40 million from Ajax with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025 and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Earlier on today, I gave you the news on Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is close to signing a new 5-year contract with Manchester United worth £250,000 a week with the signing of Ronaldo. Well, Fabrizio Romano said not so long ago that talks have been ongoing since July between Manchester United and the agent of Bruno Fernandes over a new contract. Fernandes has got a contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Bruno Fernandes wants to stay at Manchester United. He's made that clear. Bruno Fernandes is one of our best players and he's one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. In most of Bruno Fernandes' games he's been very consistent, but there's also been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace. Last season Fernandes won Player of the Year and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. We got Fernandes from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. He's been at Man United now for almost 2 years. He's scored 44 goals in 85 appearances. Fernandes got the assist for Ronaldo's goal against Young Boys on Tuesday, scored a very good goal from 25 yards out against Newcastle last weekend, and he got his first Man United hat-trick in the 5-1 win against Leeds on the opening day. Manchester United have enjoyed a very good start to the Premier League season. We've registered 10 points from a possible 12, so we've won 3 games out of 4 so far in the league and we are top of the Premier League. I said, this season is massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he's got big expectations to exceed. This season is Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager. We know Solskjaer's ambition for this season, and that's to win the Premier League. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. I reckon if Solskjaer doesn't win a trophy this season, there's a very, very good chance he will get sacked. Ole has not yet won a trophy as Man United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017. Obviously, there is United fans that are Ole out, reflecting on that 2-1 loss against Young Boys. A lot of the blame stemmed from Ole in that defeat to Young Boys because the tactics were wrong. Now, obviously, there's been rumours coming out regarding Antonio Conte. Jason Kunde did say that Man United must sack Solskjaer and hire Antonio Conte. Reports have come out and said that Antonio Conte would accept the Man United job if Solskjaer was to be sacked. Antonio Conte wants a winning project, so obviously he's rejected Arsenal and he's rejected Tottenham. Conte is available. He left Inter Milan at the end of last season. Conte has got a very good pedigree behind him. Won a lot of trophies in his home nation. He's managed in the Premier League before. In Conte's first season, when he was at Chelsea, he won the Premier League. A lot of United fans think if Conte came in, he'd do well and he'd suit the strappings of the club. But I'm not Ollie out at the moment. I think Ollie does deserve at least this season. He does. Before the start of the season, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club until 2024. There's an option of a further year.
I'm making fish cake and chips for tea.
Alright, bother with takeaway.
No, I'm just going to make some fish cake and chips.
Alright.
Do you want to pop to Spar and get some milk because we're running low?
Later, yeah.
We don't want to leave it too late. It's
Later,
not dark
yeah.
now.
Later, yeah.
Did he go to Josh's mum's?
No.
Stop picking your nose, Charles. Put it in toilet paper thing, you don't flick it all over.
Dad, it's a cold, it ain't corona.
Yeah, you don't flick it on carpet.
It's not COVID, it's just a cold, it's not COVID. It's not COVID, it's just a cold.
Right. You're going to have to go to Spar in the next 10 minutes.
Alright, yeah.
We're running low, and plus,
Alright.
I want some a loaf of bread so I can make a sandwich.
Alright. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, made a mistake giving him that new contract because he won't see it out. You know, Ollie has been in charge of Manchester United now for almost 3 years. He would have been in charge for 3 years. Yeah, in December. You know, Solskjaer has learned quite a bit on the job. But I think Ollie's still got a lot to learn because he is a young coach. But reflecting how long he's been at Man United, he has gained some managerial experience. My concerns, he hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager. Obviously, before he was with us, he was at Mould. He won a few Norwegian titles with them. He enjoyed 2 spells there. But they're not a big club, Mould, are they? And before Mould, he was at Cardiff, and his record at Cardiff was disastrous. He only enjoyed a short tenure with Cardiff. The reason he got sacked from Cardiff is because he got them relegated. And my other concern about Solskjaer is his decision making, because analysing the vast majority of the games he's managed at Man United, he's been tactically naive. But there again, there has been some games where he's showed tactical flexibility, but he's got to do that persistently. You know, there's not all negativity regarding him. You know, there's a lot of positives regarding Solskjaer. I think in certain aspects he has brought consistency back. He has made good signings as Manchester United manager. You know, Solskjaer signed, 14 players now? We spent like 441 million under him so far. So in the summer of 2019, he recommended Daniel James, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. Back in January 2020, he recommended Bruno Fernandes in and Odi Nagalo in on loan, let Igalo go in January. In the summer of 2020, he recommended Donny van der Beek in, Alex Telles, Edison Cavani, Amad Diallo and Facundo Pellistri. Will loan Pellistri out in the summer transfer window. And in this year's summer transfer window, He brought Tom Eaton in, Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, and re-signed Cristiano. What? Alright. And re-signed Ronaldo after 12 years, like I said. Ollie's also got rid of a lot of players since he's coming as well, which he knew he had to do. You know, he's got rid of players permanently, he's loaned quite a few players out. Progress has been made under Ollie as well. You know, he's got us to semi-finals, he got us to 3 semi-finals in his first full season. You know, last season he got us to the Europa League final. That was his first major final as Man United manager. And he got us to the FA Cup quarter-final last season. EFL Cup semi-final last season as well. So there you go, and last season Ollie got us a second place finish. In his first full season he got us a third place finish. Solskjaer has more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players, like he showed he would do when he got appointed in as Man United manager. I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth as well. We have extended a lot of players' contracts under Ollie. A few weeks ago now, Solskjaer did mention he wants new contracts for 5 players. That's Pogba, Fernandes, Rashford, Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. So, there you go. So they are the positives. You know, we appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. The reason we gave him the job permanently back in March 2019 was reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. Some United fans reckon, you know, we made a mistake giving him the job permanently. Maybe we should have waited until the end of that particular season to decide or not whether to give him the job. But I have criticised Solskjaer a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United, but I've had my reasons behind it. But despite that anyway, I think he is our best manager since Ferguson. I really, really do. I've got to say he has done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. I thought in this year's summer transfer window, Solskjaer received the backing he deserved. You know, our owners, the Glazers, backed him, but only because they've been persuaded to, because towards the end of last season, a lot of United fans protested against the Glazers at Old Trafford. The reason is because the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League, but Solskjaer came out and revealed that the Glazers apologised. The reason the Glazers have been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time is because they've put Man United in so much debt. You know, the Glazers have been with us for 16 years. They purchased the club for 500 million back in 2005. In the summer transfer window of this year, John Murtough definitely backed Solskjaer, and John Murtough is our director of football. We certainly made the right decision getting a director of football in, as I did mention that's one of the structural changes we needed at the club, and Darren Fletcher also backed Solskjaer. And we made the right decision recommending Darren Fletcher back in. Woodward has said several times before that he'd back Solskjaer, and even when we was enjoying them bad periods under Solskjaer, Woodward assured that Ollie's job was safe. Obviously, Woodward's been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. Woodward's leaving Man United. It got announced he was leaving back in April when that European Super League came into the equation. You know, Woodward's had a 16-year association with the club. Well, a couple of weeks ago now, was it Sky Sports News said that Man United were close to appointing Richard Arnold as Ed Woodward's successor as a new chief executive. Obviously, there's United fans that have got reservations about Richard Arnold. And, you know, we made 4 signings in this year's summer transfer window. You know, we got Tom Eaton in on a free from Villa, brought Jadon Sancho in from Dortmund, brought Rafael Varane in from Madrid, and we re-signed Ronaldo after 12 years. So, in this year's summer transfer window, we spent around 141 million. The disappointments in the summer transfer window was that we didn't sign a midfielder, so I'm hoping Man United can sign a midfielder in January or next summer. And we only managed to sell one player in this year's summer transfer window. That was also disappointing. You know, the player we sold was Daniel James. We sold him to Leeds for 25 million. The reason we sold him is because we re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo. But we did loan a few players out in this year's summer transfer window. Ethan Laird went out on loan. Axel Tuanzebe went out on loan, Pereira went out on loan, Brandon Williams went out on loan, Tahith Chom went out on loan, and so too Facundo Pellistri, he went out on loan. I am expecting Manchester United to sell players next year. The players we've got to sell next year, we've got to sell Jesse Lingard. Don't forget, Solskjaer said in his press conference building up to the game against West Ham that Lingard will be a Man United player next season. We're looking to extend his contract. Lingard's current contract expires next year. The other week it said Jesse Lingard rejected a new Man United contract offer over playing time concerns despite him being in the last year of his deal. Earlier on in the summer, Lingard snubbed the return to West Ham. Well, last season Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Lingard cost us a game against Young Boys on Tuesday, played a back pass in the 95th minute of stoppage time. Earlier on this season, Solskjaer confirmed that Lingard remains part of his plans despite that ongoing speculation. Next year we've got to offload Anthony Martial because Martial is not good enough to represent the club. Don't forget, on deadline day in the summer transfer window, Martial rejected the chance to join Lyon on loan. Before the start of the season it said Solskjaer refuses to sell Martial as he remains part of his plans. I think next year, yeah, we've got to offload Juan Mata. Juan Mata will probably leave at the end of the season when his current contract expires. Earlier on this year, Juan Mata signed a 1-year contract extension. Matic and Fred have got to be offloaded next year as well. Donny van der Beek needs to go in January because he's not getting enough game time at Man United. I think we've also got to offload Phil Jones next year. We've also got to offload Diego Dalot, and I also want us to get rid of Lindelof. And I'm expecting Edinson Cavani to leave at the end of the season. I can't say I want Cavani to go though, because Cavani has made an impact since he's come in. So, there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless, and I'll see you all again very soon.